Friends, we're glad to welcome you to our channel. Today, we have prepared a new selection of Turkish series with fake relationships and marriages for you. It will be very interesting, so don't hesitate to hit the like button, and before we begin, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Series number 309. The plot revolves around the main characters, Lele and Onur. When Lele met a charming guy and was already planning a wedding, all her plans collapsed, and after this failure, she decided to give up on romantic relationships. Her mother was very worried about Lele, so she convinced her daughter to go on a date with a serious man, Dr. Onur. Lele had no plans for the near future, so she agreed. How surprised she was when a handsome Onur arrived at the restaurant for their date. However, there was an unfortunate mistake, and instead of the doctor, who was late for the date by chance, another Onur sat down with her, and the girl instantly fell hopelessly in love with him. It turned out that the first date ended for the lovers with a romantic night, but they parted ways without expecting to continue the relationship. However, 3 months later, they had to meet again. The thing is, Lele found out about her pregnancy, and she had no doubt that the father of the future baby was Onur. At the same time, Onur learned that his wealthy grandfather would leave his inheritance to the grandson who marries and has children first. The young couple had no choice but to get married, but in reality, everything turned out to be not so simple, and the lovers had to go through many more adventures. Series Love Makes You Cry. In a small village lived two young people, Ada and Yusuf. Both are orphans and were raised by relatives. They found each other and fell in love. Yusuf and Ada dreamed of being together, but Ada's uncle had very different plans for her. He wanted to marry his niece off to an old, but very wealthy and powerful man. Ada is forced to flee with Yusuf to Istanbul. Otherwise, she would have to spend her life with someone she doesn't love. But in Istanbul, they face numerous trials and challenges. The series' life song, Bayram comes to his hometown in order to make a peace with his close friend Salih. They agree to engage their children, Melik and Kerem, when they grow up to the age of marriage. Years later, Kerem graduates and gets his master's degree in environmental studies. Even though he wants to live in Germany and works as an instructor at the university, he cannot persuade his father. Karim has nothing to do but to return to Istanbul because his father wants to keep his promise to his close friend. Eventually, Karim decides to get engaged to Melik and goes to his hometown in order to ask for Melik's hand in marriage. Meanwhile, Melik's younger sister Hulya activates her plans that no one has taken into account before. She is a passionate girl and desires to get married to Karim since she was a kid. Soon after, Karim and Hulya get married. Immediately after they get married, Karim leaves Hulya behind and goes to Germany in order to continue his ordinary life there. Due to his father, he makes a compulsory marriage, but he does not want to have a real marriage with the woman that he has no feeling for. The series Kizil Goncalar tells the poignant story of Meryem, Özgün Amal, who was married off at 14 in an Islamic sect. Events in the series kick off when Meryem, her husband, and their teenage daughter Zeynep relocate to a new city where the sect is concentrated. Unbeknownst to Meryem, her disgruntled husband has made plans to marry off Zeynep to the sheikh's grandson, Cüneyt, Mert Yazıcıoğlu. With the clock running out and the odds stacked against her, Meryem devises a plan to save her daughter from suffering the same cruel fate as hers. To earn the money they would need to survive away from the sect, Meryem takes up a job as the caregiver for the father of Levent Alkanlı, a famed psychiatrist. Despite conflicting with his beliefs, Levent is eager to assist Meryem, and as time progresses, the undeniable attraction between them continues to grow. However, Meryem and Levent are in for an even bigger surprise when they learn that Zeynep's long-lost twin, previously thought to have died at birth, is the daughter Levent adopted many years ago. While entirely fictional, Kizil Goncalar stands out as the first Turkish drama in several years to offer a raw and realistic portrayal of the inner workings of religious sects. This audacious approach has not been without controversy, as it has sparked a significant backlash, with some advocating for the show's outright cancellation. That in itself serves as a testament to the incredible job everyone behind the series has done thus far. While series like these tend to lean into sensationalism eventually, the The plot of Kizil Goncalar has all the trademarks of a classic drama that, if it continues to be so meticulously written, will ultimately benefit from the emotions, strong or otherwise, it evokes from its viewers. The series Lifeline. Nefis was only 16 years old when she was sold to a rich, abusive man, Vedat Sayar, under the name of marriage. Nefes had a tough life and had been locked up in house, tortured for 8 years long in Vedat's mansion in Istanbul. In her 25th attempt, Nefes manages to escape from the living hell with her 7-year-old son, Yiğit, who was a result of a rape. Her escape was a complete coincidence that happened during a visit of a small-town, cultural family from the Black Sea region. One of the sons, Tahir, who didn't know Nefis and her son are hiding in his car trunk, discovers that when he arrives to his home country, Trabzon, that is 562 miles away. As a man born and raised in the Black Sea region, Tahir is ready to give his life for any person treated unjustly. Tahir sacrifices himself to save Nefes and her son. While doing so, he faces many challenges, including exposing himself and his family to the threat of Nefes's kidnapper, who was also known as her abuser, Vedat, as well as the rejection of his family and his country to Nefes, as protecting a married woman with a child is considered against traditions in his hometown. We look forward to your comments. Are you interested in this series, and will you be watching it? Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We'll have many more exciting videos coming up. See you soon!